First off, I got the bullet turned around. I got it backed in, so I'm gonna be doing the deck lid. I gotta do the roof too as well. But I was going over, you know, acrylic clear coats, polyurethane clear coats, and ceramic clear coats. Polyurethane's on this car. Acrylic clear coats are on different other cars, but there's a whole mess load in the industry that a lot of people don't know about. So there's different compounds for different things. But here we are. I'm gonna show you basically what happens when you know, I get hired to do some things or whatever. But so I got the car taped off. I took off the satellite receiver. You know, so we're gonna wet sand it out, and then you know, I'll show you the process. We're gonna be doing 1500 grit and 3000 grit, compound sand, polish, seal, polylock it, wax it, a whole spiel. So so basically, I wiped the surface all here off with I wiped the whole surface off with IPA solution. Got that taped off, got my lines here all taped off, satellite receivers off. What I did was I taped behind, underneath, and I put a piece of tape going over the top of the gluey part, so there's no glue, so it just kind of glides off there, so there's no stickiness. That's, you're going to want to start with a cut-in with this guy. Okay? You're going to cut in all these areas, keeping this edge right here about 1/4 of an inch away from the tape, because you don't want to go over those, because the paint was sprayed like this, and it's going to go over that edge, so it's a high spot there, and the low, and you know what I'm saying, because you don't want it to look weird, like crookedy looking. Alright, so you're going to go down, back around, cut in, come back, cut in, and then you're going to come back in with the big boy, wet sand, and come across here. Okay. And then hit it with the big DA, and then repeat the process with 3000 grit to take out the 1500 grit scratches. Okay? And then you're ready to compound and polish it out. But here is the proper way that you tape it off. Okay? So I'm going to reset up the camera and then show you what the wet sanding process. Okay, so I got my DA polisher with the 3-inch piece on it, and I cut the Trizac 1500 on the front, so I got a 3-inch pad. Okay, now you say, why'd you cut the pad? Because I'm not gonna buy another box of set when I don't do, you know, too much of these a time, so I'm just gonna use what I have. Okay, so we went along the corners with 1500 and we cut in. Okay, so I cut in, you know, going down this way and this way. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in with the 1500, and I'm gonna take care of all this flat surface right here. So right now I got a switch over. So right now I got the 6-inch 1500 on here. Now look, this is my ice water. I basically put a gallon of water in the freezer and let it sit in there and let it get cool. Now I'm gonna favor this spot. I'm not gonna stay in the center there where the satellite hookup thing was. So I'm just gonna spray the water on nice and evenly in the center area where I could scratch the 1500 in. Okay, I got that on there. Put the setting on 4. Always when you're DA polishing, always set it on 4, okay? Because you want it halfway in the middle and then a little up, okay? Just another notch. So it's 4 is perfect setting. So I'm gonna do this side here. That's it. Now, like I said, these Trizac cutting discs will cut like you won't believe. I mean, they will just cut perfect. They feel a lot different than using the Meguiar's Unigrit spit on product. And you know, like I said, you want to make sure that you wipe off all this residue so you don't leave pigtails in there. Okay. And basically, that's a perfect spot there. Now here, it doesn't look like, it looks like an orange peel steel. It looks like it's not completely flat yet. And I want to go for flatness. So I have to still keep cutting this. And then I'll cut this down and get this 1500 up on here. And then what I'm going to do is then I'm going to switch over to the 3000 grit and then polish. How do you know when you're flattened out with the 1500, okay? Now, you see, this is all flat, okay? This is super flat, right? And watch as I come over here, pan to the right. It starts autofocusing. You see all that? It looks like that right there. See that? That's not properly wet sanded flat. Okay, this is flat right now with the Trizatec stuff. You see, as I come across, I'm gonna zoom out and see that. That's when you know you're not flat. So you just keep cutting, okay, until that gets flat. Once that sucker gets flat, like this over here, see how that's nice and flat? You're done. You're done. You want to move on, and then go over here. You see how I cut in the surface, and I don't have to go all the way to the edge? That's why I say cut in, because this is right here. See that? That's the orange peel still left behind it. You're flattening that out right now. Okay, so now remember that spot that I just showed you here, okay? See how it's nice and flat? That's what you want it to look like, okay? So there's no orange peel, it's totally completely flat. Now we're gonna go over it with 3 grand, okay? Making that nice easy step. We cut a lot off, less time. So right now we're gonna hit this with 3000 grit, come back over with 3000 grit, and we'll show you, see what it looks like from then, okay? Alright, so we got it down to 3000 grit. You see how it's got that shleen back with it again? It's got that polished look back to it a little bit, because I took it out with finer scratches, basically going on up. So basically, you know, got it all there. Now I'm going to pull the tape off, and then we're going to retake the outer shells there, and then we're going to compound polish and compound it up with Menzerna, and we're going to be good to go there. Full pad, I got it set to about 1200 RPMs, and I got a bead of Menzerna FG400 on there. We're just going to polish out the 3000 grit that's left on the vehicle now and polish it out. pH solution and just give it a quick rinse, you know, quick spray, just to get the residue off. If there is any residue left over, and we'll take off most of that. Take off most of that residue. I mean, and this is just compound right now. Everything perfect. Just checking to make sure my haze lines ain't there. Okay. Show car stuff, the Menzerna I use in my show cars. But when it comes to body shop stuff, I just use the Optimum stuff. And you'll find a lot. I mean, just look at that freaking, I mean, it literally, there was not that much work that was done. I mean, I'm just like dumbfounded, you know what I mean? So you just watch me do it. This is the compound that I'm talking about. I mean, this is top of the line stuff, you know what I mean? And there's no tricks here, nothing else. I mean, it is just, that's the compound. I'm not even polished yet. I got 4 more steps to do. I got the polish, the SI 1500, then I got the other 4000, then I got to polymer lock it, we'll polymer seal it, and then wax it. We ain't even done yet. Just look at that. That was all Menzerna FG400. Look at that. Yeah, you see my nasty garage door there. Oh, look, see? See if you can see the camera. Beautiful.